If you need something to do on the way to work, you should check out audible.com. It's a great way to get audiobooks for like your ride or if you're just hanging out and stuff. I listen to them all the time on my phone, so I don't really listen to music anymore. A lot of my commute to and from work every day is I listen to audiobooks so I can work on my business even when I'm traveling. Hello everyone, welcome back to the New Hampshire Business Show. My name is Chris Pastrana, and today we're here with Jeffrey Swanton of Care Patrol. How's it going?
Good. How you doing, Chris?
Good.
Yeah, good.
So, I just had a really funny joke. I have 4 kids, so I said
Uh-huh.
Care Patrol made me think of Paw Patrol. I don't know if you know anything about kids.
I do. Yeah.
So, tell me a little bit about yourself and a little bit about the company, and we'll start there.
Well, Care Patrol started in 1994 by a social worker who realized that there was a need to have a placement service when he discovered people being placed in communities that weren't a good fit. These communities weren't matching the care needs for the patient. So him and his wife, Becky, drew up a placement service called the Care Patrol, and their corporate headquarters is in Gilbert, Arizona. We've grown over 160 offices throughout the United States, and I'm one of them in Stratham, New Hampshire.
Okay.
I cover southern New Hampshire and northern Mass. And what we do is we help families find safer options for their seniors. We work with assisted living, independent living, memory care, and in-home care agencies, and we're a free community service. A little bit about my background. I have a technology degree, and I was in technology for probably, since right out of college, right out of high school. And I turned 50 and I kind of wanted a career change and worked for corporate for 22 years. And I decided that I needed a career change and saw that there was a need to have such a service when my father got sick, and we needed to find care for him. And so I left my corporate job and created my franchise in Stratham, New Hampshire, and bought the territory of Care Patrol. Okay. And I've been doing it for a little over 2 years now.
Pretty cool. Yeah, so I kind of get a bit what you're saying. So because each place is probably equipped for different types of patients, essentially. Yep. So you're just making sure the person that's going in is going to a facility that can handle them.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We gather that.
Yeah. There's so many. There's different criteria of communities. There's skilled nursing, which is more critical, and actually, if they're paid by Medicaid and or Medicare too, will help pay for that, help for the care of the skilled nursing, and also. Not for long term, but short term. Assisted living, which would be people who need help with their daily activities, such as showering, bathing, meal prep, medication reminders, and such. And then independent living is usually when people just want to give up their big, large home and the burden of the home and move into a community where there's people their age and in interests. And usually the age is about 65 to 75, 80 in independent living. And then there's memory care too, which helps patients with dementia and accommodates to their care needs.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So why did you choose this industry?
Well, because of my experience with my father, he was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer and given 3 or 4 months to live, and that's what he lasted. He was a pretty healthy person. He just collapsed one day, and that's how they found the stage 4 lung cancer.
Oh, wow. Which
came from skin cancer on his the top of his head, and it metastasized into his lungs.
Oh, wow.
So it was very quick. It's quite a shocker, when you find out that you have a terminal disease and, you have a short period of time. And he was too weak to go home, and my mother couldn't take care of him. So we left it up to the social worker at the hospital to find the right care for him. And, they're pretty much overwhelmed. And he was placed in a skilled nursing home. That wasn't very good care at all. I was disappointed. So I thought that through that experience that there is such a need for a service.
Yeah.
And then when I left my job at corporate, I did a little bit of research and I found Care Patrol by an article in USA Today where it listed 10 best franchises to buy into, and Care Patrol came in third because of the opportunity and the support that they offer.
Okay.
So if I have any questions or want to run by anything through corporate, I just call a number and can talk to the headquarters or the 160 franchisees that we have throughout
Yeah.
the country, and kind of bounce ideas off from them too.
Okay.
So it's a great community of support, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
And from what I know of New Hampshire, there's a pretty good elderly population up here.
it is, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I thought that I was surprised at the number of elders living in New Hampshire
Yeah.
versus Mass. I couldn't believe that there was more in New Hampshire than Mass.
Yeah.
So I think it's probably a tax-free state, and people kind of want to retire. It's a more of a friendlier state to retire
Yeah.
than Massachusetts. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see that.
However, Massachusetts does offer some great programs for
Yeah.
seniors, and the opportunity that's out there that will provide services for seniors who need it, the care, is better in Massachusetts than it is in New Hampshire,
Yeah.
considering the population that we have here.
Hmm.
So,
That's interesting.
yeah.
Yeah, that's quite interesting. Yeah, so let's talk about the
Mhm.
process a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm assuming people come to you,
Yes.
and then I'll let you
Yeah.
explain it.
No, thank you. I meet with a client.
Yeah.
I do a care discovery on the client to learn their like care needs and social activity, and
Yeah.
a little bit about the family's interest. Sometimes family may live an hour away, but they work in a city that is like an hour away from where they live, and it's more convenient for them to be placed in a community that's where they work, so they can go and visit them after work and
Okay.
stuff like that, and then go home. So, and then what I do is I match. I also learn their financial ability, because I work mostly with private pay communities, and I match the financial ability to their care needs to the right community,
Yeah.
and that will fit their care needs and housing requirements.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost like what is it? I had a matchmaker on like I think it was last week, the week before. It's kind of like that, just
yeah,
for
absolutely.
for
Right.
care homes.
Yeah, it's almost like a realtor too. I consider
Okay.
myself almost like a realtor, because realtors actually match the right home with their clients
Yeah.
as well. First time buyer, or somebody that needs to have a better school.
Yeah.
They match the community with the client. That's
Yeah.
pretty much what I do. And they also look for programs that will help pay for. They network with a mortgage broker that will find them the right mortgage for the house. Well, I actually look for government programs that will help pay for their care as well.
Wow.
It could be veterans benefits, or
Yeah.
Medicaid, or whatever that will help them pay for the community.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
So yeah,
I like that little connection.
yeah,
Yeah, like it makes it a little easier to understand
Mm.
kind of the placement of it all. It's pretty
right. Yeah.
cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna take a quick break for the sponsors.
Sure.
So everyone, hold on. If you are a guest of the New Hampshire Business Show, there is zero cost. But if you would like to bring something for me, that's perfectly fine. And typically, I do that in the form of books, as you can see right over there, most of which have come from other guests who come on the show and feel like sharing into the community. And as well, these books are able to rent if you want them. So if you want something to read, come check out one of our books. As long as you bring it back, that's what my little entrepreneur library is here for. If you're still looking to lose weight, we're about halfway through the year now, and if you're still complaining that you haven't met those goals and you want to, jump below and check out the Ideal Health System with Stephanie. Fantastic program. I've lost 35 pounds now. I absolutely adore the system. It's going really, really well. I'm seeing the results I want, as you can already see in my constantly slimming feature. It's ridiculous, but it's a whole lot of fun. It's easy. We can get there, and you can do it with Stephanie.
One thing that I'm finding is that people prolong the process of thinking about moving into a community where a lot of seniors are at home by themselves, and the only person that they communicate with is the mail person who delivers their mail every day. So social activity is a big it's the greatest medicine for people with dementia, because it actually stimulates the mind, and it has been proven that social activity creates a healthier brain, as well as a active lifestyle and a healthy lifestyle too. What I'm finding is that people wait until something happens, and it's too late then. Either the senior has fallen and broken their hip, and they need rehab, and then if they recover from it, they can move into assisted living or independent living, or sometimes it's so critical that they have to move into a skilled nursing. And I would like to avoid the skilled nursing, because the environment in the skilled nursing is much more depressing than being in assisted living.
Yeah, so it's more like being in a hospital.
Exactly, yeah. Where the only privacy you get in a nursing home is a curtain between two people.
Yeah.
Assisted living usually have like their own apartments and common areas where people can socialize and hang out in.
Yeah.
So
it's like going to college just without the classes.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, they do have classes too. They have a pretty active social schedule. They have exercise classes. They have arts and crafts classes or events that people can sign up for.
Yeah.
It's a pretty busy schedule at these assisted living places.
Yeah.
So
that's pretty good.
And they love bingo too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them.
Bingo is fun.
Yeah. And some assisted livings offer cocktail hour too, which a lot of people look forward to. 3:00 cocktail hour. They're ready to go out and socialize and have a drink. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's a lot to, like you were saying, we're very social animals. Like, people need that engagement. And if you spend so much time living by yourself, like it just makes things really bad, with depression and a lot of other things that pop up in people. So it is good to see.
Right.
Very like the classes and all that stuff. That's pretty cool. Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah. So what do you think takes so long to get them out of the house? Like you had said, usually it's by the time they have an accident. Is it like a pride thing, or?
I don't think it's a pride thing. I think it's probably people view it as a home. Like a lot of people have said to their children, "Do not put me in a home." Meaning a nursing home. Yeah. If they have toured some of these assisted living places, they would realize that it's not that type of environment anymore. They've really made their best in making a more social environment, more healthier environment with the meals that they offer, and also exercise classes too.
Yeah.
So a lot of seniors just limit themselves to the first floor of their house because they can't get up the stairs.
Yeah.
And that's not getting much exercise. So these communities are designed so they can get the exercise that they need, and be able to live a healthy life with their diet habits on the menu.
Yeah.
So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like that. Because you're right. Some places probably aren't as good as others.
Yeah.
You need to put them in a place that's good for them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
So some people wouldn't want that busy of a schedule, and
Yeah.
they would want to just, hang out in a common area and just socialize. Where others would want to have, that type of activity every day.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So, how do people find out more? Get in touch with you, talk a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I can be reached. We have a website, carepatrol.com, and I can be reached on at my office at 603-580-4935, or my cell at 603-781-9856, or email at jeffs@carepatrol.com.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. So, okay, I actually just thought of another question. Because I know for a lot of people, the parent or the elderly doesn't want to go into assisted living or whatever like that. Do you have any advice for like the children who they know they have to get their parents some help, but they're stubborn?
Yeah, I would say discuss it with the doctor when they go into the doctors with them. It should be up to the primary caregiver that starts opening the doors with this conversation, and the family needs to support it as well. I think that visiting a assisted living place too would actually change a lot of people's mind, instead of waiting till something happens and end up in a nursing home.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining me today. This has been a lot of fun.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
So,
cool. Thank you guys. There we go. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're going to have the last word from our sponsors, and everyone have a great day. Sales training is the number one thing you should be doing as an entrepreneur. Every day, you should know how to sell to your clients. You need to know who your clients are. You need to know how to build an offer for them. So because you're part of the New Hampshire Business Show, you get 25% off using the code NHBS25 with a Lemoore Gold Mine Sales Training Series. Check them out. That's it for today, everyone, but it doesn't have to end there. Head over to iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, or iHeartRadio to get more from New Hampshire's top entrepreneurs.